Hey guys, this is 2013 Camaro, uh, and it had smacked a curb. And I wish I would have got a picture of the wheel. I actually took some pictures of the wheel before. I had to have the wheel repaired, and I'll show you a picture of that, and I'll tell you the company that did it. They did a really good job. But as you can, well, I don't know if you can, how good you can see that, but you can see this lower control arm. That lower control arm is just totally bent. That should be straight. So we're going to replace the lower control arm. You can also see the mark right there where the knuckle has shifted a little bit in the strut, and that's what allows your camber. That's the camber adjustment for the alignment. I don't think the upper control arm here is bent. I think that bend in it right here is supposed to be there, but if it is bent, then I'll go ahead and replace that too. But right now, all we've got a new lower. So I'll show you how we're going to shift that back to where it needs to be and hopefully get it close enough to where it will not require an alignment. But if it does, then I'll get it aligned also. And like I said, I don't think the upper's bent, but once I get the lower replaced, we'll see how the steering wheel sits and the wheels are aligned. And if it looks like this upper one's bent, then I'll go ahead and order another one, or order one of those. But in the meantime, I'm going to turn the wheel all the way to the right so that I can get back here to the back, and then we'll get started on this. Show you how easy this is going to be. Okay, hopefully that's all coming through all right. So I'm going to take my little impact and it looks like the size of all this that we need to get to is 21 millimeter. There's the ball joint. I'm going to try to get in there with just a air hammer. I'm going to hit right here. I know I'm probably going to be in your way. All right. There we go. Now I'm going to bring you over here and show you how bent this thing was. I mean, look at that. That's crazy. Hopefully you can see that. Guess I'll use the new nut. Factory nut probably would have been just fine, but it's got a new one. Alright, that already looks so much better. But now, what we got to do is we're going to shift this just a little bit. So let me get the right wrench, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Alright, so what I'm hoping to be able to do is loosen this up. Get this light out of my way. Okay, and I have got you got a threaded hole right here. Now you can get in here and you can pry this back and forth, but there's actually a threaded hole right here that if you've got the right size bolt, and you know what, I'm gonna get the size of this. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. Okay, so this is a 10mm by 1.5 thread pitch. This happens to be a starter bolt out of a BMW. It's aluminum, so hopefully it's going to be strong enough to shift this over. I don't know if you can see it, but it's being pulled over. And we'll go probably about right there. Looks pretty close, maybe just a little bit more. We'll go right there. So that hopefully will be pretty close to where the alignment originally was. We're all back together. Nice and straight. And like I said, I'm pretty sure the other side is bent like this also. So I'm pretty sure that that's probably fine. The wheel, or the rotor looks straight. The other side is straight. The steering wheel is straight. So hopefully everything's going to fall into place. But anyway, the main point of this video was how easy it is to change out that lower control arm if you ever need to. It does have the integrated ball joint, so you would be changing this not just because it's bent, but because if the ball joint was bad, that you're going to replace this whole that whole assembly. You've also got a ball joint on this upper control arm. So if this upper ball joint, I don't know if you can see that or not, if this upper ball joint starts getting play in it, you're going to be replacing this whole upper. They call this the upper forward control arm. This one is the lower aft or rear control arm. So the upper one is probably going to be just about as easy. You've got a little bigger bolt back there that you're going to take out. Then you're going to knock this ball joint out. You got a nut down here on the bottom, and then you're going to knock it up and replace that whole unit. About as easy as it gets. Anyway, other than putting the tire on, we're done. You can see how bad the tire, whenever they hit the curb, and whenever you turn the steering wheel, the tire would hit the frame there. But other than that, no real damage. And I'll have to show you before and after pics of what the wheel looked like. In fact, the wheel, I can't even tell. You can see where the tire got messed up, but I can't even tell where the wheel had a big old chunk missing out of it, and I can't even tell where it's been repaired. Company called what was it, 360 wheel repair 360, I think, or something. It's in Dallas. They repowder coated the wheel. Looks exactly like the factory finish and everything. This is the best looking wheel in the car now. The other wheels have little nicks and scuffs in it. This wheel here looks brand new now. They fixed the area of the wheel wherever it was that was screwed up. They filled it in with something, and then they repowder coated the whole thing. Looks perfect. Wheel Repair 360, I believe, is the name of it. Anyway, that's about all I got. You guys take care.